All right, it's going to be a little bit of a shorter stream today. But I have plenty of cough drops to help me. A weird kind of sore throatish I woke up with today. All right, let's go. Right? So today's comic is going to be a simple I gotta start thinking about my mermaid sketches. Hard to believe another mermaid is here. Alright, let's make sure this is centered. 1, 2-ish. Those aren't even remotely good, but I'm gonna make a square here to help. Placement. Move you down. And we're going to take these guys and move you up. Smaller. Go. I'm going to center this one. And let's delete these 4. Wait, there we go. When I do these 4-ups like this, it's usually pretty easy for me to get these laid out. In fact, I'm going to give myself a tiny bit. I'm just going to nudge that a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and put in the text here. Happy moments. Because it's a happy paper comic today. And now let me go ahead and I'm going to create a second layer and I'm going to sketch my little moments. I chose helping, resting, visiting, and sharing tea. So he's going to be helping, resting, visiting, now sharing a beautiful moment. Alright, so here we're going to do he's already not, there we go. That'll be the helping, and then he's going to be that. Just some little bits of, whoops, let's get this out of here. And let's group these properly here. I feel like I've already drawn him helping pick apples or something, so let me hold on a second here. I want to maybe make it berries. What's it? I need to search. Maybe it's just I drew that as a separate. I can't believe it. These are the only Happy Paper comics I have. Happy Snow Day. It's not bringing it. Oh, well, there's the summoning circle. Okay. Ways to spark joy. Okay. Well, I'll leave it there then. I know I drew this as a daily, but it was a daily, so. Alright, visiting, he's going to be Granny Bear are gonna go for a walk. And maybe I'll have Boot just relaxing. I have all of this mapped out on my notebook. And then I want them to have, this is going to be a beach scene. I'm going to have, let's just draw the sunset. I'm going to have Happy, gotta get the scale of it right here. And flutes. All right, gonna have a nice scene there. So helping, resting, visiting, and sharing a moment are the happy moments we're gonna cover today. I did have, gosh, I actually found a bunch of really good quotes that I can use on my newsletter. When I was, because I was going to originally base this on a quote, but and I was like, why don't I just do, I'm feeling more like a quiet comic today. It's a quiet comic day. Along with that. And besides, a lot of these, like, I could turn each of these into a wallpaper pretty easily. I think I'll have these floofs. I'm going to expand this a little bit. I'm going to have these guys picking, like, maybe this is a tall berry. Well, maybe this is a different fruit-bearing plant, and then these guys down here are going to be doing like blueberries or something from bushes on the bottom. So maybe this has some Cozy Town, you know, berry on it, and then he's helping a floof get those, and then these guys are working with berries on the ground. I think that'll work out. And then I think in here I'll have some books, because maybe I want to make this a little bit of a spring-summer scene, so I'll have some maybe spring flowers floating, little petals floating through the air. And then here I'm going to have Granny Bear, Boop, and Happy. They're just kind of going on a walk together, and Granny Bear's telling the story. I could probably put a yarn up here, but I usually save the yarn for coconut. His foot's kind of snished. It's like a pancake. I feel like the flare out of his toilet, I kind of like it though, but I kind of feel that it needs to be a little smaller. His proportions aren't quite right. There we go. That might be a little better. What's going on here? Okay. Alright, well that's weird. Upgrade your thank you page by August 26, 20 cents. There's no reason to not do it like now, but still kind of like, whoa. 3 apps that need some setup and permissions, I guess. It's gonna be, there we go. He's holding up. Yeah, I kind of like it. I like having his jacket be a little more on the airy side. bit wide. Move that down a little bit. I've got to end, started a little bit. I had originally planned to start earlier, as I have to end early. Well, yeah, end early because I've got, Pete has a vet appointment today, so it's his regular checkup, but he still needs his tranquilizers because he's a big baby. Oops. I like those little fluffy tufts. But I'm going to need to do like a bush here, and maybe a bush here, maybe a bush here, and then I'm going to have them maybe collecting berries in a basket like this. Redraw this edge of the basket so it actually joins, and I most likely will erase all of that anyway. Basket. Hey Titan! Welcome to the stream! This is a kind of a tiny flute here. Maybe I need to make the point size smaller here. Oh, it's already pretty small. I'm doing pretty okay. I'm kind of, for some reason, I woke up with a little bit of a sore throat and some congestion this morning, which is like totally out of the blue. And so I'm hoping that I can evade getting like completely sick, I guess. I took a Mucinex and hopefully that'll help get some of the congestion and stuff out, but it's like a deep cough. Like something that would take days to develop just suddenly appeared overnight. I'm like, okay, that's strange, but all right, let's deal with this. Let's group this floof because I'm going to need to edit him a little bit here. Oop. Go ahead and delete that guide. Yeah, I'm like, what the heck is going on here? It was quite a surprise. There we go. And go. That's good enough. And now I need to come in here and I'll erase the edge of Happi. Gotta get these. I think I need to make the branches like maybe I've got to draw this like clumps, like ice cream scoops, I think. So maybe I've got a scoop here, and a scoop here, and a scoop here. I'll put some berries in here so you can see that there are clumps of berries on this guy. And that's what we're reaching for. Alrighty. I've got to actually, I'm going to pause here for about 10 minutes. I've got to go give Pete some medication because he's going to a vet appointment and he needs to be medicated for that. He has a lot of stress when it comes to going to the vet, so. I don't like how that is. Maybe I'll just do small clumps of berries in this. And I'll show this as like a small clump we're going for here, as he's bringing the up closer so this leaf can grab it. Go ahead and erase his end of his arm here. There we go. Now let's get the berry bushes on the ground. Don't need these guys anymore. And I'll add the fruits. And I'm just going to add berry details in when I'm coloring on that one, I think, because those are smaller ones, these are larger. So the ground is about the same. Go. And now I need to draw, oh, I need to draw that one in. So I have a foreground element. Let's make my point size a little bigger here. Go. And I'll erase these now. Maybe I could have one floof picking up berries that are on the ground. Ones that they've dropped that are on the ground. Let's review. Hey Sharon, happy Thursday to you too. I hope you're having a good day as well. Trying to fight a little mystery sore throat, congestion, something. I don't know. I had kind of like a coughing fit like last night, and then this morning it like was like really deep. And usually it takes me like quite a few days to develop something like that. So maybe this is just like a sleeper thing. I don't know. I'm hoping I'll get rid of it very quickly. I don't feel, I mean, other than, you know, like having, like, mostly in my throat, like this weirdness and thickness in my throat. Besides that, I don't really feel sick, so. Okay, your eyes are looking weird, buddy. Come on, work with me here. There we go, that's better. I need to move these. There we go. So it makes sense that this floof is picking stuff up. And then this floof, I'm going to have, so these are big berry-ish things that they're getting out of this tree or tall bush. And these are lower kind of blueberry type bushes here. And I'm just going to do dot, 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 like when I'm coloring to get those colored in. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter stream today. I actually have to, well, right now I've got to go give Pete his meds because he's got his yearly vet visit today, so he needs to be chill for that. And unfortunately he has no natural chill, so when it comes to the vet. Like your eyes. Why am I having trouble with eyes today? There we go. Let's have you holding on to this basket. I'm gonna draw your booty up there a little bit. Let me go ahead and go do that real quick. I'll be right back. Hey, Catherine. Do you hide the meds in cheese? Some of them. Some of them get hidden in whipped cream or sour cream or cottage cheese. So it's a dairy base. He's a dairy dog, so that's how I get him to take all of his meds. Well, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to give him some whipped cream or whatever I've got that will be most enticing. And I will be right back. All right, that went really well. I chose cottage cheese, and he was quite happy. He just, anything dairy, it's so funny. I was like, do I want to open up a new whipped cream? I feel like with whipped cream, there's like, I don't know, I thought it would be better because actually one of the pills looked like cottage cheese. It was like a little white one, so it mixed in and was very, you know, disguised. But you've got that little bit of taste with the cottage cheese that can kind of hopefully mask out the medicine taste. But so we'll be going good night in probably 45 minutes to an hour. Not good night, just be very drowsy. It was so funny. The last time I took him in, I don't remember what it was for, but the pills I had, I guess they didn't work because he was still, you know, shaking and very anxious. But it was so funny, like all the nurses were gathered in the back because they take him back there to do like weight and, you know, all of that stuff. I could hear all of the, you know, the vet and the vet aides, they were all gathered. Oh, you big baby, you're such a big baby. Because he gets that way. He gets like very, his eyes get big and he's shaking and he's just such a big sweet baby that it's, yeah. But they were all cooing to him, and it was just kind of funny to listen to. But hopefully this will be less of a stressful situation for him. Here. I feel like I miss, yeah, because the point size on here isn't quite where it should go. Blow that up a little bit. There we go. That was a treat too, because I gave him my favorite cottage cheese. Took me forever to find the right cottage cheese, but have to have some. All right. So we're gonna have a sleepy moment with Momo and Coco. I'm gonna draw the bottom of his toilet paper roll here, but actually I need to draw his baseline. Let's get that in there, because I know that Coco's gonna be over here and they're both gonna be snuggling with him. Little footers. I think I didn't draw enough footer here. Let's give him a little bit more footer. Now it's too much footer. There we go. Oops. I probably should actually put that half. Easier to move it over. think I might have to draw Coco in, because she's in front, so I probably should draw her in before I do. I need to figure out how his clothing is going to bunch. Have her ear pressed against him. Here we go. And regular ear. If I can get this over here right, because I've got her shoulders kind of up like that. Draw her body in here. It's going to be like that. And then I think I'm going to have his arm kind of cuddling and holding both Coco and Momo. Oh, now, there we go. And let's get Momo in here. That was not quite what I was looking for. It's a little bit wide. And it's a little bit weird. Let's try this again. Almost, but I think I can smooth this out. Take this and let's tilt her head. Let's do this. And she's going to be sitting too, so we got to bring her down a little bit lower. Have her ear curling like that. Not too worried about this side of her face because it's going to be covered by her whiskers. So I really kind of just need to, although it does look kind of wonky. I think what I'm going to do is group Miss Mo, and let's just try and figure this out in a group so I can see things better. And let's fix her face, because that face shape actually isn't going to work. But it's close. Oh, there it is, right there. Okay, let's get rid of that. And I need to kind of, I guess, just erase here. So erase this and bring it up even. There we go. That's sort of almost there. Let's merge these shapes and then use my smoothing tool to just fix the weirdness. comes down to it, these guys right here just... All right, let's redraw her ears. My point size is 20. I should probably just bump it down small. Oh, Lord, that was not that. Oh no, I'm sorry, Momo. That was not a good ear. There we go. Just that gentle little curve over her head because she's turned in. And I'm gonna, her whiskers need to kind of be a little, not smunched, but and then I think, whoops, I want to grab that one. Nope, nope, I want this one, thank you. And let's kind of I want that soft smile. And so Momo can have her shoulder up too. Kind of like that, but I don't like that point. So let's see if I can get this erased in a pleasant way. Almost a little bit. I feel like this arm needs to be a little bit longer. Or let's see. Maybe Momo, her body needs to be a little bit smaller. I think I was zoomed in too much because she's funny enough, this is how I have their plushies right behind. You can't see it, but I took Happy's in the middle on my shelf, and then it's actually EL and Momo, but I took Happy's arms and kind of tucked them underneath their chins, so it looks like this. It looks like he's hugging them. I like this, but I need to have Momo's front here. And I think maybe her Tootsie out like that. because I want them to be lounging. But I think maybe maybe it would be out like that. I feel like I should rotate the leg a little bit. And then maybe bring up her arm. Stop it. Oh, now the more I look at this, the more it doesn't make sense. Okay. All right, let me... That could be close. Kind of turned and she's hugging him. That, and we've got maybe a little bit more arm in there. So if her front is like that, this needs to come up a little bit. And I think that'll work. I think that'll work. Maybe. And then I just need to bring that up. I feel like that's a better position. And then I'm gonna have a tail. And then Happy's arm is gonna be that. Yeah. Like. Right. Now oh shoot. Well, no, that Happy's arm does kind of need to be part of her isolated group because that's gonna be weird if yeah. Alright, that'll work. Let's go jump back out here. And I need to apparently group Coconut, because guess what? I didn't group Coconut, which is going to make things difficult. So let's do the same thing with Miss Bean. Now I need to, I think I'll have more since his body is turned a little bit more towards, I think like that, but I'll also have part of his coat showing, like maybe it'll be no, actually, it would probably need to be something like that. But I'll need to figure that out. I'm gonna put some nice, maybe. Now let's see. I want to do like a tree branch. I kind of want to have something over here, and something kind of flowing down like that maybe, or maybe like that. To show that they're kind of in this quiet little spot just chilling. And I wanted to have maybe some books on the ground like they were having a reading picnic. Alright, there's one book. Hey, Wanderlust! Thank you for that. Indeed, please like and subscribe. I got past 70. I'm at 71 now. I'm gonna have little, these are gonna be flowering trees, so I'm gonna have little petals falling. It's gonna be a nice scene. Uh-oh, what did I accidentally group? Oh, I've got a random, okay. Right here, let's get rid of that. And now let's come on the coconut. Ear is a little bit big. There we go. And I need to fix this one. Thank you, Wander. Thank you so much for stopping by the stream again. I hope you're having a good day. I can use her I can use her tail as an excuse not to draw her legs. Hey! Make the tail extra big. When you don't want to figure out how to draw something. Okay, your paw is giving me a little bit of trouble here, Miss Bean. Alright, there we go. There we go. Now, nice and smoothed out. And now I just have to figure out where Happy's arm is going to be. Because I've got her shoulder is kind of up and she's snuggled in. And I don't need to have all of that showing since, oh, her tail's in front. And, well, that just blocks out problem areas. Oops. That is too much. That's too much. And we need your little shoulder spot. Alright. Tricks, yes. The best tricks. Alright, so now I need to figure out Happy's arm, because that was easy, because she's there, but Happy is gonna be, alright, his coat, I'm gonna have to take out some of these. His coat's like this, and his arm is gonna be foreshortened a bit. So I feel like this might be right. And then I can just do a little bit of his coat like that. Because he's wearing a Happy coat. And it kind of, I think she can kind of be like here. And then maybe just I have the edge of the Happy coat here, and then that's all on top. So yeah, I literally like don't need, well, let's make this a little smaller so it's not so, there we go. So that's gonna be, so his little Happy toilet paper arm goes like that. So it's like bump over her shoulder and then bump. So that seems, and then there's the jacket edge. The jacket edge might need to be something like that, a little bit more, because it is, I've got to organize this over here. All right. Maybe they were having story time. I like that. A little more. Oops. And so I've got that. I'll clean up those lines there, and like these kind of, I don't think I'll need to, she's blocking most of that side of his body, so I actually don't know if I need, let me just do a little bit of his coat right there. It's like the arm of his coat. Yeah, cozy snuggles. I think this one might be my daily for today, and I'm, well, with these little tree bits in here, I'm gonna have to complete them if I want to be able to use this as a wallpaper. Same thing here. Oh, it's nothing that I can't finish, but yeah, let's go ahead, and I need to save, and then the last two frames are going to be Happy and his friends watching the sunset, and then he's visiting with Granny Bear and Booth as they take a walk. So the happy moments are helping, resting, visiting, and then sharing, like, it's sharing a moment, but like, I don't know, making a moment maybe, you know, making a memory, something like that. But this is a quiet comic this time. I wanted to do a narration, but then I was like, well, I don't know, I kind of feel like he deserves a happy moment. So I've done Mo moments, a bunch of them, and I've done some with Coconut too, and I think I've actually done it with Pudge as well, and Granny Bear, so I like those little quiet comics. But I need to go log off here. I'm sorry that the stream is so short this time, but I have to get Pete over to the vet, so let me go ahead and put up my ending screen. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this short little stream. I will be back on Tuesday, and I may be back on animation, or I may be working on the book cover. So it's going to be animation or book cover on Tuesday, and then more comics next Thursday. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me, Sharon, Wander, Catherine, and Titan. I hope you guys, and all my lurkers, I hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday, a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next time.